How do you structure your day to stay productive between lives, interviews, the markets, crypto, reading, YouTube, family, etc., watching YouTube for entertainment, education? My biggest kill is 7 to 8 hours a day. As a newbie, I feel like I'm a overwhelmed procrastinator. That no,
Okay.
listen, that's a constant struggle.
Yeah,
That is
that's
definitely
definitely a
constant.
struggle.
So,
That's the struggle we deal with the hardest.
yeah, so go ahead, Corey. I'll let you answer this question. It's a
I
great question, by the
I'm
way,
gonna tell
Jamil.
you like this. I spend almost zero time. I'm a I'm like a unicorn. I spend almost zero time on YouTube or zero time watching TV. Um, because basically I'm reading for education or I'm reading for I'm reading for education 90% of the time because I'm an educator and between our business and education and stuff like that. So I'm reading for education 90% of the time. Um, then the other time, you know what I mean, we discussing how we want to move our business forward, or we just, I'm on the phone with students or on the line with students, or then I'm with my family. You know what I mean? So like I literally I might click the basketball game on. Like I got the TV on behind me, but you see I'm working. Like I put the TV on as a way to like, distract myself, but it don't even like I'm not even watching. I don't even really care what's on. You know what I mean? And so it's just, you know, I tr- I try to stay productive by doing the things that are productive. You know what I mean? Like so, people be talking about what they seen on Netflix or Amazon. I haven't seen anything. I can't remember the last thing I watched was something for our show, which was the joint with Malcolm X and all of them in it. The One Night in Miami, and I watched it for the show, or else I wouldn't even watch that.
Yeah.
So I spend zero time. Not that entertaining yourself not important, but I just don't feel, you know, I don't feel a need to do all of that stuff.
See, now I'm a little different, right? And that's the thing. You have to figure out what works for you. But it is a constant struggle. I won't lie to you, Jamil. That's like when you start to get into the markets and you run a business and everything. It's a constant struggle. So, um, what has helped me honestly is working on systems, figuring out technology and things that'll help me remain productive, but also get a lot accomplished. So most of the time during the course of the day, I'm in the market, but I'm not in the market as much as people think I am. Like I do a lot of analytics when it comes to real estate during the day. So I'm looking at real estate data most of the day. I'm looking at real estate data. Um, and how I'm able to do that and still be in the market is if you guys watch our Sunday show, I set my trades in the beginning of the week and don't even have to look back. I just don't have to. When it comes to the crypto space, I have my long-term holds. I just set it and forget it. I'm big on dollar cost averaging into most of my holdings. So therefore, when it comes to precious metals, when it comes to cryptocurrency, when it comes to my long-term stock holds, I have them on autopilot. When it comes to my trading life, I figure out what trades I'm gonna make and I set those up with OCO orders. One cancels the other and let it go. So by using technology that way, it enables me to do other things. Now, I used to read one book a week, and actually, I've read one book a week every year for the last 10 years, with the exception of last year, because of time. It's a time thing, and also, so I started going to one book every 2 weeks, and now I do about 26 books. So I do a lot of reading as well. Um, but some of my reading is for entertainment. It's not just for educational purposes. And but what I realize is by reading things that aren't necessarily for education, I still take business lessons out of them, right? When I read something that's like fiction, it helps me to be more creative as it applies to business and figure out ways to try and do things. A great example of that is I'm reading Sister Soldier's new book right now. That is not a business book, but I definitely just started reading it. When I get off here, I'm going to watch Coming to America. So I still make time for things that I enjoy. I'm a big hoops head, so basketball. But at the end of the day, I use technology and set systems, and those systems allow me to be productive. And that's really what it's about. It's about working on a system. And even as it pertains to business, whatever business you have, it's important to work on systems. We have this thing in our community where we're trying to we're quote unquote hashtag team no sleep. And, you gotta,
That's goofy.
you gotta outwork the next person. All of that is bizarre. It's goofy. It doesn't make sense. It's stupid. You listen, the wealthiest people I know don't work themselves to death. They don't. What they figure out is they figure out systems. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's the point. When you figure out systems, you're able to do things. You're able to use leverage. One of the cheat codes is, and I'm gonna be honest with you, right? Because I'm transparent with everybody. One of the cheat codes to our success is building a community. So when you build a community and you share information, we all make each other better. Like as much as me and Corey study and learn and have experience to try to help the people that are a part of our university, you guys help us. For instance, you just came on here and told me, yo, get in line for the drop. I wasn't even paying attention. Now I'm in line for the drop. So you actually, and if you read the book called Own Your Time and Space, which is an amazing book, by the way, you can find it ownyourtimeandspace.com or bodyhooduniversity.com. We talk a lot about time, right? So when you talk about time, one way to kind of like, make time work in your favor, because they say everybody has 24 hours. We got different hours. My time is different than a lot of folks because I have a whole team full of people looking at different information. I know that Leslie's researching her reports and she's going to bring it back to the group. You know what I'm saying? I know that Spoon is looking at all kinds of charts. I know, and I'm looking at what I'm looking at, but when we come together, we share information. I got more time now. Now I have more than 24 hours because I'm borrowing time from Corey. I'm borrowing time from Leslie. So that's the cheat code right there. The cheat code is to get involved in the community. If you're watching this and you're not involved in any sort of community, then
Get involved.
Get involved with one. I don't care whether it's like you're kicking it with us or kicking it with somebody. But by doing that, we laugh, we share jokes or whatever, but we actually stretch our time out by just sharing resources and information. So I think that's the most powerful thing about being productive. You know what I mean? Is figuring out hacks. So that whole Team No Sleep thing I laugh when I see that. Yo, LLC Twitter and Team No Sleep are the funniest things in the world to me. So let's see. But that was a great question, though, Jamil. Thank you for that question because I think that was a very excellent question. But even with all that being said, it's still a struggle. Don't get it twisted, and it probably always will be.